Hey, digital explorers! Welcome to Tech Curiosity Stream, where we shine a light on tech's shadowy corners. Today, we're venturing into the deep web, the internet's hidden underbelly. Spoiler, it's not all hitmen and Bitcoin drugs. Before we dive, do us a solid, subscribe and slap that notification bell. We're your guides to the unknown, and you don't want to miss what's lurking in the depths. Ready to separate fact from fiction? Let's descend. Carefully. First, let's clear the fog. The internet's like an iceberg. You've got the surface web, which we discussed in last week's video. It's the 4% you see daily. Google, TikTok, cat videos. It's indexed, it's searchable, it's basically your digital backyard. Then there's the deep web, the other 96%. This is everything indexed by search engines. Think private emails, your online banking portal, even your cloud storage. Now, nestled within the deep web is the dark web, which we will discuss next week. This is where things get interesting, and by interesting, I mean potentially illegal. We're talking about a tiny slice of the internet accessed through specific tools like Tor. The point is, the deep web isn't inherently bad, it's just deeper. Every tech has an origin story, even the deep web. Let's rewind. Back in the 1960s, the US military was dreaming of a decentralized network. That's how ARPANET, the internet's granddaddy, was born. Fast forward to 2002, and Tor, the onion router, enters the scene. Developed with good intentions, think anonymity for journalists and activists, Tor quickly became the tool of choice for, well, not-so-legal activities. Enter Silk Road in 2011, an online black market that made headlines for selling everything from illegal narcotics to, allegedly, weapons. Alright, time to get a little techie, but don't worry, I'll keep it simple. The deep web isn't some magical portal. It relies on tools and protocols, the most famous being Tor. Think of Tor like a global game of hide-and-seek for your data. Instead of taking a direct route to a website, your traffic bounces through a series of random volunteer-run servers around the world, making it incredibly difficult to trace back to you. The deep web, it's basically privacy tools, paranoia, and a dash of digital espionage all rolled into one. The dark web, where chaos meets cryptocurrency. Let's be real, the reason you clicked on this video is probably to hear about the dark web. It's the underbelly of the internet where things get really interesting. And by interesting, I mean illegal and potentially dangerous. Think of it like a digital flea market, but instead of vintage clothes and old records, you'll find stolen credit card information, hacked accounts, and even marketplaces for illicit substances. Cryptocurrency is the currency of choice in this shadowy realm. Rule number 1 of exploring the dark web. If it feels illegal, it probably is. Don't be that guy. Legit uses. Heroes of the deep web. Before you swear off the deep web entirely, remember it's not all doom and gloom. For journalists and activists living under oppressive regimes, the anonymity provided by the deep web can be a lifeline, allowing them to communicate securely and expose corruption without fear of reprisal. Platforms like SecureDrop, a whistleblower submission system used by news organizations around the world, rely on the deep web to protect the identities of sources who risk everything to shine a light on wrongdoing. Even Wikipedia maintains a presence on the dark web, ensuring that access to information remains available even in countries where internet censorship is rampant. The dark side, scams, malware, and FBI stings. The deep web, for all its potential for good, is still a dangerous place. Remember those dark web marketplaces? Many of them are crawling with scammers looking to make a quick buck off unsuspecting users. Think you found a killer deal on that new phone? Think again. Then there's the malware. We're talking about nasty viruses, trojans, and ransomware that can steal your data, hijack your devices, and generally make your life a digital nightmare. And don't forget about the FBI. Law enforcement agencies around the world are actively patrolling the deep web, setting up honeypots, and conducting sting operations to catch criminals red-handed. So, you're still curious? Alright, but don't blame me if your computer spontaneously combusts. Just kidding. Mostly. Accessing the deep web isn't illegal, but it's important to do it safely. First things first, you'll need Tor browser. Think of it like your passport to the deep web. Download it from the official Tor project website, and I repeat, website. Next up, a VPN. This will add an extra layer of anonymity by masking your IP address and encrypting your traffic. But the most important tool you'll need is common sense. Don't go around clicking on every link you see or trusting every stranger you meet. The deep web is full of stories of ambition, greed, and ultimately, the long arm of the law. Remember Silk Road? It was the Amazon of drugs, run by Ross Ulbricht, a libertarian idealist turned cybercriminal. He built a billion-dollar empire, all from behind a laptop. But his reign came to an end in 2013 when the FBI finally caught up with him. Then there was AlphaBay, another massive dark web marketplace that thought it was untouchable. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. The message was clear: the deep web might be hidden, but it's not invincible. So, what's next for the deep web? Buckle up because things are about to get even wilder. Artificial intelligence is already making its mark, powering sophisticated scams and creating deepfakes so realistic they could fool your own mother. Then there's the quantum computing revolution lurking on the horizon. Quantum computers have the potential to crack even the most sophisticated encryption algorithms, turning Tor into yesterday's news. And let's not forget about governments around the world constantly pushing for backdoors into encrypted platforms, all in the name of national security, of course. Will privacy become a luxury only the elite can afford? If you're now side-eyeing your router, smash like, share this video, and subscribe. Ring that bell. We've got AI ethics and tech roles demystified queued up. Thanks for diving into the abyss with us. Remember, knowledge is power, but don't poke the bear. The deep web is a fascinating, albeit complex part of the internet. Explore responsibly, stay informed, and always prioritize your digital safety. See you in the next video. Until then, stay safe, stay skeptical, and as always, stay curious.